How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are having a wonderful time. Here I am with another video. Like always, it is a pleasure for me to sit in front of my computer, turn on the microphone, and start talking and showing to you what I'm doing. On this video, I will show you something basic. What I'm gonna show you is how you can make the headliner from scratch. Yes, the headliner is not gonna be original, and it's not going to be fancy. It's gonna be something simple. I will show you how you can make a base, put a wood, and that would cover with a suede material. If you don't have experience working in upholstery, don't worry, I will show you how you can do it. I'm not going to show you everything, but I will give you a big idea how you can do it. This is the car, how it is from inside, and here is the headliner. I already cleaned it. I removed the old material in there. It comes with some ball in there. I remove it. I will put a piece of wood in there. The good thing of this headliner, it is flat. Sometimes when you have a big corner, it's like a little bit of challenge, but I just time, that's all. I will use that wood, 1/4 inch thickness wood. I don't want to use a heavy wood because it is not necessary. What you see on the table, that is a 1/4 inch headliner. I will put that, and then on top of that, I will put the wood. Why I am putting that? Because I don't want the wood to have a like direct contact with the metal. That's why I'm putting that material. Sometimes I put a heat shield, but it is not necessary. Why? Because will be wood on top of that headliner. That is like a pattern in there. And then I will get the measuring tape. I will put a line exactly on the center. I will cut 2 pieces of wood. Why 2 pieces? Because it is easier. If I try to make it on 1 piece, it will be so hard. So I get the measuring tape, and I will give 26 by 52. 2 pieces of wood. And I am cutting the 2 pieces at the same time. Why I don't use a door panel board? Because I don't use a door panel board because it's too thin. And then I don't know, I don't trust the door panel board. I feel so confident working with wood. I don't know if you have been watching my videos on my Spanish YouTube channel. I have some headliner that I make it from scratch from Chevy truck, for those kind of truck from the 50s. I have some headliner how you can make it from scratch, building a new wood and making a simple design. Just make it this cut in there because there is like a metal bar, and I need to clean that in the wood. I rounded those corners from outside because of the way this wood is not going to go in all the way. That's what I rounded a little bit. The front and the back. The outside corner only. Then I just bring it to right here. On the front and on the back, is the wood is in. I just have to put them in right there. And it is in. You can see it. That wood in there is not having a direct contact with the material. I will use this cell tapping screw. If you don't have experience using the screw gun, please use a drill bit. Make the hole and then you put the screw. Just be careful when you are making this kind of hole. If you put a longer screw, the screw will be throughout the metal, and you don't want that to happen. The screw that I am using is a 1/2 inch longer. Then I put that piece of wood. I will put another piece of wood in the back. You might asking, why are you putting that piece of wood? Well, because the other piece of wood, 1/4 inch thickness that I put it, I will screw it into that wood too. That's what I'm putting that. Then I put one more screw right here. If you are making something similar and you think it is necessary to put more cell tapping screw, feel free to do it. Just be careful. Be careful. Don't use a longer screw because that longer screw might go through the metal and you will see it from outside. If that happens, you will be in trouble. So right here, because it have a small curve, I have to taper on the front and I have to taper out from the back. I take it to the table, just a quarter of an inch, ending on nothing. 18 inches. I'm cutting 18 inches, and that is. Then I sand it, and I will do the same thing on the back. Then I bring it to the car, put them on the front, fold that a little bit. That's the good thing working with this kind of wood, because you can fold it a little bit. If I use a 1/2 inch thickness wood, it will be so hard to bend it. So I can see it, both pieces line up, and I put a small screw right here. That small screw is a 1/2 inch longer. Same thing with this one. I check it before. If you are working a different headliner and that headliner is not almost flat as this one, will be so hard to make it on 2 pieces of wood. Maybe you have to use a different technique. On my Spanish channel, YouTube channel, I have some videos when you have a big curve, when it's not flat. It's not hard, it's just a different technique. I am putting those screws all around the metal. That way it brings the wood to the metal. And right now you see right there, it's like a 7 inches. I will put a 2 line, one line, the distance between one line to another will be 7 inches. And then I will put one piping all around. I get the measuring tape, and I have to find out the center. And it's so simple to find out the center, because that is where the 2 pieces of wood meet together. I draw a line. Like I say, the distance between one line to another one is 7 inches. Then right here, I will give 12 inches. And on the front, it is 11 inches. And I will draw a line. There I will put a piping. You will see it. Why a piping on there? Because it looks better with a piping. Right here it is a corner. I just make it rounded. The material that I will use, it is a 56 inches wide. This headliner right here, it has 56. So 10 inches more than the headliner material. That's what I will make it on 3 pieces. And you see it. I am making like kinda curve right there on the back and on the front. That way it look better. So I draw those lines in there, and I will do the same thing on the driver's side. You can see it better from here. There are the 2 lines, 7 inches, the distance between one to another one, and right here. So I am putting glue exactly on that lane, because right here you already had the wood. You can make any design that you want in there, any design. Like I say, this is something simple. That piping that I am using, it is a 1/4 of an inch thick. And I will put a 2 piping. Something simple, but at the end will look better than flat, than plain. And here I'm putting the other piping. This is the material that I will use. It's a 1/8 thickness. It comes with padding. It is a suede material. I measure it has 70 inches by 56. You can see it. I already cut the 3 pieces. So what I'm doing now is just putting a little bit of glue, just enough to hold this piece of material on there. Why? Because I need to trace it. I need to get that design on the material. So that's what I'm putting a little bit of glue, just enough to hold it till I trace it. Then I bring the material. I make sure the center line match with the line that is on the wood. I just cut it, the excess material. Then I will start drawing, putting a mark exactly on top of the black mark. Right there. Just stop there, and I will use a ruler because right there is flat. Then I will do the same thing on the front. And then I cut a half inch extra for the seam allowance. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the passenger side. Same thing. I just cut the extra and I put the ruler. That alignment is exactly on top of the black line that is on the wood. And I will put a trim mark. So I got the center piece. I will remove it and I will cut the side pieces. Okay, and then I put glue on those both pieces. And I start drawing that line. I am using a chalk. You might wonder what am I using to draw that line? Just a regular chalk. I just put trim mark. And I take it to a table. I will cut the two pieces at the same time. The passenger and the driver side. Both of them are the same. So I just put one layer on top of the other one, then I cut it. And I made those marks. The purpose of those marks, it is for the when I am putting those pieces, as sewing those pieces. Then I start sewing. I'm only going to show you how you can sew one piece. Then it is not necessary to watch me how to sew the other piece. I made the stitches as small as possible because I will cut it close to the stitch. And when I cut close to the stitch has to be small. Then I sewing. This machine, it is a Consul 226. It's an old machine. Then after this, I will put glue on that part. I am not going to show you, but I will put a lot of glue on the whole material. A lot. I sew it, then I will cut it closest to the stitch possible. See, that's what I made this stitch as small as possible. Because when I pull it, and I do it this way, you're not going to see through it. So just come to the headliner and I will put a half-inch piping around. You might asking, oh, why a half-inch piping? It is not necessary. You will see it. If I don't put a half-inch piping in there, I have to make a frame at a half-inch wood thickness and put them around. That's one option. Or I will have to put a close all phone around, made like a frame to create that. This is the piping that I will use. The suede material, it comes with a 1/8 phone. So that's what I'm using, this kind of piping. If I use a vinyl or leather, I will have to put a 1/8 headliner first on top of the wood, and then put those piping. Why the headliner first? To make it smooth and cover any mistake on the wood. You know, when I put the screw, if I don't put nothing on top of the screw, just the vinyl, you will see that mark. You will see that part of the bump of the screw on top of the vinyl, on top of the leather. I don't want that to happen. Suede material with foam, it helps a lot. Cover mistake a lot. So you see me putting glue. I am putting glue all around, and I am putting glue inside of that half-inch piping. Inside only. Nothing outside the piping where the wood is. I put glue on both sides, the suede material and then on the wood. And then I draw a line on the headliner or material. I have to make sure that line match with the line that is on the wood. Make sure. Then I just use the palm of my hand and rubbing it nice, removing any wrinkle, make it nice and smooth. I only would glue this material inside that piping. Then I will glue the material where the molding is gonna be. I am not going to show you how you can put the molding because I don't have it. The customer have it. He haven't brought it yet, but he will. I only going to show you this part. Wrap the headliner with material. Something easy. It's not a fancy job. Like I say, the hardest part is putting that wood in there. After you're done with the wood, you can make any design possible. See? Something so easy. What happens if this car it doesn't have that gap? You saw that wood going inside 2 pieces of metal. What happens if the car that are you working it doesn't have that gap to put the wood inside? Well, if it doesn't have it, it's simple. You have to hold the wood with bracket pieces of metal. You hold the wood in there, and basically it's just more time. Right now it is like it get dark early. I put some lime in there. Yeah, I know it is hard to see exactly how the headliner is look, but during the day it look completely different. Right now because I have so many light, that way you can see it. See, I am only gluing the headliner inside the piping, then around the where the molding is gonna be. I glue it right there. The molding is gonna be right there. Right there. This is the piping inside. I cut it right there. I cut it just a little bit extra. When I had the molding, if it is necessary to trim it, I will. There is a click. The molding go exactly right there where my hand it is. Right there. And same thing on the front. I almost done with this process. You're going to do this all around. If you had the molding with you, just pay attention how the molding are before you remove it. And then you will trim the material like 1 inch or ½ inch longer. Then you put the molding on top. I just will trim it right here. The molding is gonna be ½ inch in from that thing. I put the molding, I didn't show you how. The customer brought it in the morning. And here is the headliner. That is how it was. I put a 1/4 inch headliner. On top of that, I put this wood and I put those piping. And this is the final result. If you are new on these trays and you think this is impossible to do it, you have to think positive first. This headliner is not hard as other kind of design. This is a basic idea. The hardest thing right here is cut the wood, put him on there. After you're done with that wood, start using the measuring tape and rubbing whatever design you're gonna put him on there. This is something basic, something simple, but you can see how beautiful it looks. On my Spanish YouTube channel, I have more than 1,000 videos. If you haven't found my Spanish YouTube channel, go to the description of this video and you will see him on there. Click the link and the link will take you to my Spanish YouTube channel, or look for the secondary channel on this one. So my friend, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Any comment, leave it in the comment section of this video. I don't know why, but YouTube is not recommending my videos. Maybe the algorithm is something wrong with the algorithm of this channel. So make sure to hit the like button and share this video. So thank you so much, my friend. See you on the next video. Ciao, ciao.